Welcome to another Fast Tips video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're going to talk about the format property and the format function. The format property and function allows you to change the way that data is displayed in your database, in your tables, queries, forms, and reports. For example, here you can see the customer sense field. It's a date time value. And here I've set the short date format, which looks like that. That's on my system. I've got the ISO date standard, which is year, month, day. And Access actually gets that from your Windows regional settings. That's set in your Windows control panel. But over here, you can see I've changed it to long date, and that's what a long date looks like. So it's just multiple different ways for displaying data. Doesn't change the actual data stored in the table. It's still a date field. You can set the format property in either a table, a query, a form, or a report. In a table, the properties are below the fields in design view. As you click on each field up here, you'll see the different properties for that field appear on the bottom. In a query, right-click on a field and select Properties to find the property sheet. So you right-click on one of the columns down here, right, the fields, the query fields. Go to Properties, and on the right side over here, you'll see the property sheet appear, and there's the format. You can do the same thing to find the property sheet in Design View for a form or report. Just right-click on the field that you want, select Properties, and the property sheet appears over here. And you get a Format tab with the format property. Now, if you change the format for a field at the table level, it will carry through to any new forms or reports that you make from that time on, but it doesn't change existing ones. So if you've already got a customer table with no format and a customer form with no format, if you change the table, it's not going to update that form. So you're going to have to go into the form and make the same change there. Personally, I don't usually put a lot of formatting in the table level. I like to leave that data pretty much raw. But I do put the formatting in my queries, forms, and reports. And you can change the format based on your needs. For example, I might have an order date in my order table that uses a default value of now. All right, equals now for the default value. That's going to put the date and time that the order was placed into the table. On the invoices that I generate, it's only going to show a short date because I don't want to put the time on the invoices, but I can generate a query or another report for management, let's say, that does have the times on it formatted this way. That way you can see, you can do a report and say what time of the day do most of my orders come in, right? That's not important for the customer, so you don't need the format there, but for management, you might want that. So you can have different formats for the same field in different places. Now, when it comes to formats, you can select from a list of predefined formats in Access, or you can create your own custom formats. For example, with dates, you can see general date, long date, medium date, short date, and lots more. Or you can type in your own using a combination of characters. Now, the format property uses a different set of characters for each of the different data types. For example, text usually uses an @ sign to display a character. Here, for example, let's say I've got the data stored in my customer table for the phone number field just as the digits, which is like how I like to do it. Okay, I can then set a format that looks like this. Now, the @ sign says put one digit there. And then the \dash means to put a literal character there, right? The dash, all right? And then 3 more, and then a dash, and then 4 more. And it ends up looking like that. Now, there are a lot of different characters that you can use for different stuff. You can force fields to be capitalized, lowercase, and so on. I cover this in a lot more detail in my full classes. Dates will generally use this set of characters. And again, there's a lot more, but these are the basic ones. You got year, 4 Ys, month, day, hour. Minute is N, because M is already taken, so they used N for minute, and then seconds. So here's a custom date format. That's the year, month, day, with no separating symbols. And then it comes out looking like that. And again, I spend a lot of time in my full classes on custom date fields. Numbers and currency values have their own set of formats. right? A general number just displays like that with no commas and whatever number of decimal places you've got. Currency will look like that. Generally, it has the thousand separator and 2 digits after the decimal point. But again, these settings are determined in the Windows regional settings in your control panel. Right, you've got euro, you've got fixed, which you can specify a fixed number of digits. You got standard, you got percent, which always, it basically multiplies the number that's in the field by 100 and displays it with a percent sign. And then, of course, scientific notation. And yes, there are some custom number and currency formats as well. I don't use those quite as often as I use custom dates, though. Yes, no values basically can be displayed as either yes, no, on, off, true, false. You can change that depending on the situation. Now, sometimes in a query, especially, when you set the format using the property in the property sheet, it doesn't always work. Right? You can do a calculated value and set the property to currency, and it still doesn't show as a currency. That happens especially with calculated fields. So you can use the format function if the property doesn't work. So here, for example, I've created a calculated field called extended price, and it's basically quantity times unit price, but I put that inside the format function. So I'm going to send it the value right here, and then inside of quotes, the word currency, or a custom format if you're doing like a date, for example. You could put MMDDYYYY in there. Okay? And that format function will take priority, and it will usually work if the format property doesn't. I've seen it happen a lot, especially if you got multiple queries deep, right? You got a query based on a query based on a query. You got aggregates. You got all kinds of other crazy stuff going on in there, and for some reason the property doesn't work. So in that case, use the format function. You can also use the format function in your VBA if you do a little VBA programming. Here, for example, I've got a field named phone, and I send it to the format property to apply that format, and I set that whole thing into a field called phone number. And finally, you can actually change the format of a field using the format property of the field in VB for you VB programmers. So for example, let's say hypothetically I do business in both France and the United States, okay? And I want it so that if the customer is from France, it formats their credit limit with the euro. Otherwise, any other country, it formats it with the currency value. And you can see here, right, Will Riker's got a $sign, but Jean-Luc Picard has a euro symbol. And that's how you would format that in the form current event, which runs when you move from record to record, right? And it sets the format dynamically based on the data. I cover a lot more of this type of stuff in my developer lessons. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the format property, I covered in depth in my Access Beginner Level 3 class. Expert Level 3 covers custom date formats in more detail. Expert Level 8 goes into currency formats, putting formats in query columns. Expert 10, 11, and 12 each cover different aspects of formatting text, more with custom dates, the format function, and of course, lots more. And my developer courses go into a lot more detail with changing formats in VBA. So there's your quick basic rundown of the format property and function. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section below. And we'll see you next time. Hope you learned something.